My mom, how do we say this? Verbose is not a long enough word to describe how my mother abuses the privilege of conversation. Is that too mean? Let's put it this way. The woman tells a story the same way a Rube Goldberg machine cracks an egg into a frying pan. Does that make more sense? Oh, you're gonna get that omelet, but you're gonna take a lot of unnecessary twists and turns to get there. What's that? An example? You got it, Minneapolis. Sometimes you gotta grease it. I called her up. When I call her, I know that I've made the first mistake. So I clear my schedule, I get snacks and waters around me, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Time to hit the space station. You know, you just get your necessities around you and strap in. And I called her up, and I started optimistically. I'm gonna start with good energy. And I call her, and I was like, okay. I'm like, hey, Ma. That's how I started. Hey, Ma, good energy. And that's how I called. She answered the phone, heard me go, hey, Ma. And her response, she just goes, ugh. Right there, I was like, I do not have enough snacks. We are not going to make it around the moon on this one. She goes, as if she's just been preparing for this, she goes, ugh, Kyle. She goes, do you know the game Words from Friends? Now, I know that game's called Words with Friends, but I don't want to correct her. That's going to add time on the clock. That's what we're trying to avoid. All right? Talking to my mom, it's improv rules. Yes, and. You just got to agree and push forward. It's the only way. Anything said is the truth, and that's the reality now. So you just accept and move forward. Words from Friends, I'm like, yeah, Mom, it's like Scrabble. She goes, Kyle, it's like Scrabble. Then she spent the next 20 minutes describing the game of Scrabble to me. That's a game that we've played together. I blacked out. I came to, I don't know how much longer later. The house smelled delicious. I think I made a frittata. I'm not sure. I came to when she was reaching what she knew was the logical conclusion of her introduction. This was the finish line for her all along. She goes, so anyway, Liz had to have 3 feet of her lower intestine removed. How she got there from phone Scrabble, I have no idea. And I'll never know. If you have an idea, hit me up. You know what? Give it to the kids. They're imaginative. If you're a teacher, even just a parent, just try. Hey, creative writing exercise today, kids. Take out a pen and paper. We're gonna try something different, all right? We're gonna start here, all right? Words from Friends. What? Nope. I know it's wrong. Work it into the piece. We're starting here. Now we want to land here at intestinal removal. That's where we're going to end. And if you can get there in 5,000 words or less, a Pulitzer Prize. Probably, I don't know. At least a full ride to a state school. I can't. I've had this on the bulletin board for weeks. This is like some Goodwill Hunting type. I have no idea. But good on her for having it make sense, you know. I think that's why their relationship works, is because, like, my dad is the complete opposite. My dad will say something meaningful once every 3 to 5 years. That's when he's like, you know what? We'll chime in. That's about it.
My mom told me I couldn't have a girlfriend until I'm 16. I'm so dumb, I listened to her. I remember being 15, some girl approached me. I was like, next year, all right? Same location next year. I didn't get my first kiss until I was 18 years old. What is that? What is that? Y'all don't even know why you're clapping. Someone woo, someone ah, don't ah me. I caught up now. I'm just saying before, but I was 18, first kiss playing Truth or Dare, which is kind of sad. But I counted it. I was like, I don't care, I'm counting this, bruh. 18 years old. She didn't even want to kiss me. They was like, I dare you, Monica, to kiss Preacher. And she was like, and I quit. And I'm like, hold up. I just got dared to suck his toe. We can quit? We don't gotta do it? What do you mean? She was like, you ugly. I was like, you ugly too. I'm trying to help us out. Like you. So this is another reason I was weird, because my mom forgot to talk to me about puberty, all right? She just forgot to talk to me about puberty. You can't forget to talk to your kids about puberty. I just found out, right? Can't let your kids just find out. I was just like in class one day, just sitting there like, yo. Why every time Miss Lisa walked by, I'ma blow up? What's going on right now? I had just watched the movie Aliens. I was like, am I pregnant right now? I want to get bigger. Remember my teacher walking by, she was like, hey, Preacher, everyone got up and left. You can get up now. And I was like, no, I can't. She was like, yes, you can, Preacher. I was like, I'm not Preacher anymore. I'm suck, man. She was like, what? I was like, I don't know why I said that. So when I was 16, I went to this program called Job Corps. I thought it was like some type of summer camp, and it wasn't. It was like jail, and it was. I know it was like jail, because every kid there with me was like, this is better than jail. So, didn't make me feel safe. One kid got kicked out for selling drugs, right? He got kicked out, and they was like, who snitched, huh? Probably that one kid they call Pastor. Yeah, that guy that doesn't cuss and has never masturbated before. Yeah, he's a snitch. What kind of 16-year-old don't masturbate? I'm like, first off, I've never masturbated before because it's against the Bible, all right? And it's gay, Then I turned 17, tried it out, and I was like, oh snap, I'm gay. Like, I did not know. I didn't know I was gay, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I just need to clarify. I don't even want after the show. Was that a joke or was that a joke? I'm not. I did have a couple of gay roommates, not at the same time. I wasn't like living in a gay house, but I had a gay roommate. When I was living in Orlando, Florida, and when I first moved to LA, I had a gay roommate, and we shared a room. It's expensive, and I'll tell some guys that, and they're like, you shared a room with a gay dude? I can't share in a room with no gay dude. And I'm like, why? You don't trust yourself? I'm like, what do you think's gonna happen? It's not COVID. He's not gonna cough and get it on me. That's not how it works. He's gotta be on me, so. But I had no issues with him. That's not true. I hated him because he kept stealing my money. I would leave money on my bed. I would leave, come back. I'm like, where's my money? He's like, my money gone too. And I'm like, we're the only ones here, He kept trying to convince me I was also gay, He's like, come on, man, everybody's a little gay. And I was like, not everybody, It's not a 23andMe and I get my test results back. Oh, snap. Nigeria, they gay. That's crazy. That's great. I didn't even realize. Yeah, my oldest brother's gay and I'm vegan, so we get mixed up a lot for some reason. I don't know why. I told my mom I was a vegan. She goes, you too? I was like, that is not how it works. I just told you I don't eat meat. I'm the least gay in the family, Oh, man. That's how kids drink water. Bro, kids forget they can breathe when they drink water. It's like, breathe, stupid. How you forget something you do on autopilot? I'm gonna put this back for continuity, so I don't need people laughing. Wait a second, that cap wasn't there. This was hilarious, but wait a second. This is bothering me, man. I got my OC, I got my MSNBC is over. I didn't want to ruin it for anyone else, but it's tangled. Because now y'all gonna be like, ha ha ha! It's annoying though. It is, a little bit. Sorry. I'm sorry I get distracted. I told you I got LGBTQ, man. I know what I was talking about. I was drinking water. I keep drinking water and I already gotta pee, you know? Like, I don't know why y'all laughing. Y'all in the splash zone. You better hope I make it. Like, you ever have to use a bathroom round? You real bad. You at a public restroom, right? Instead of it saying men and women, they try to be creative. It's like a boat and a fish. You're like, which one? Everyone's walked to the wrong restroom. Every woman in here has walked in and been like, when they put urinals inside the restroom, and every dude has walked in like, is that a couch? They got a couch inside the is that a vending machine? What kind of candy is that? They got lotion inside the replica? Can't have lotion in the men's restroom. Because we're not going to use it. That's the why y'all laughing? Oh, you going to Peter my special? This is my second special. And you can't even pee on yourself for me. You do not love me. You do not. Don't even come back. I did my first special without you. I'm going to do my second special without you. Yeah, I wrote like 3 fire jokes without you. Didn't I do good? Yeah, to hell with you. Why don't she want me, man? All right. That's a Will Smith. Oh, look at you using her as a sacrifice. Look at you. Using her as a sacrifice. What are you doing? You sitting down on the stairs? What are you doing? Oh, your phone? Oh, you getting her phone? Oh, okay. Oh, now, okay. Okay, all right. See you later. All right, see you later. All right, see you later. Okay. Do they got speakers in the bathroom? You got this. Just breathe. Let it out. All right. Everybody start clapping. Loud, like get super loud, like yeah, you pooped. You know, like be super supportive and look at her the whole time, like yeah, 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 the whole time. Anyway, that's why I don't like dolphins. You know.
One thing that stood out to me is my parents never told me they loved me till I was 29 years old. And it really messed with me in the hospital, right? So before I get into that story, I gotta tell you about my parents. If you haven't seen my last special, my dad is black, born and raised in Louisiana, has a PhD in nuclear physics, and served our country in the Army, people. Right. Now, in the last special, he was 75, now he's 78, and he hasn't changed. He's still black and has swag. He still walks around the house like this, you know what I mean? And he's always laughing like, yeah. And always pointing at random shit that's not there. Just like, Now, my mom, she was born and raised in Korea, South Side. Now we know who doesn't watch the news in his room. I said it in my last special, Blasian. It's tough having an Asian mom because if they think it, they say it, they have no filter. My mom just turned 70 and now all bets are off. She does not care. I never thought my mom could be worse. My mom won't even say people's names to me anymore because she would rather describe them to me. She calls me the other day and goes, you know what? I like your friend, he nice. I go, which one? She goes, fat boy, small feet. But I knew exactly who she was talking about. Because with my mom will say things that make you mad. She will say things that make you want to fight. But my mom really feels that she can say anything to anybody. Because it's a true. Oh, you don't like true? Why you mad? It's a true. Do I lie? Do I lie? My mom got in a fight with my wife. Now, full transparency, my wife cooks like once every couple of, once. So my mom walks into our new house and goes, "Oh, what a beautiful kitchen for no cooking." I go, "Mom, you can't say that in my house." "Nuh-uh, not to my wife." She goes, "Why? It's a true, it's a true." "You don't like true?" And then to me and my wife, she goes, "Do I lie? Do I lie?" I look at my dad for help. He's like, "Walk away, son, walk away." My wife, she's white. Whoa, it got quiet, okay. But my wife is just not white. She white. Now, I know a lot of people in here are white, and you're questioning yourselves right now going, am I white? No. My wife is whiter than you. My wife is from Gillette, Wyoming white. You hear that? When white people intimidate, like, damn. That's white. But we got a beautiful family, man. We got 2 kids. My son is now 5, my daughter's 2, and they're black, white, and Asian. That's right, that's right. We gave birth to pandas. We call them Ling Ling and Sing Sing. And my last special, I talked about this when my son was born, because I didn't have a daughter at that time. When my son was born and the doctor handed me my son. It's crazy as a father because I knew I would die for him, right? And I don't even know this dude. He could be a terrible human being, but I would die for him, But when they handed me my daughter, oh, it was different. I was like, oh, okay. I would kill for you. I became a murderer overnight. Because the family dynamic to me is crazy. Like, I would die for my son, I would kill for my daughter. But here's what's crazy. I wouldn't kill for my wife. Because that's not my job. That's her father's job. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Because I love both of my kids the same. But the love is in different directions. My son, I want him to be able to take care of himself, be strong. But I know for the rest of my life, I'm going to protect my daughter. 100%. And what's the biggest threat to women? Men. Look at that. Men. So now I hate all men. I became a lesbian activist overnight. / murderer. I'm Ellen DeGeneres with a gun. Because every man's a threat to my daughter. Every single man eventually will be a threat to my daughter. I hate my son. Sometimes I hate my son. Why? Because he's a threat to my daughter. We all have baby cams and watching my kids play. My daughter's playing with her little toy. My son walks over and grabs the toy from her. I get so angry, but then my daughter grabs it back and I'm like, yeah, that's my baby girl. Right? Don't take no man's crap. But then my son looks around to see if anybody's watching. Starts backing up where she is, and he hits her with his butt. And she falls to the ground and starts crying. I get so angry inside. I'm so mad. I want to fuck this little dude up, right? But I can't. He's only 5, and it's not a fair fight. It's not a fair fight. All I can do is scream and like, hey, you better stop that. And he runs off. But my daughter, could hit my son with a brick in the face. I'd be like, hey, girl, good job, good job. Because a daughter makes you a better man, 100%, 100%. It makes you more empathetic, you care about people, you get sensitive. I cry all the time now. All the time. I don't even know why. My wife looks at me in disgust I cry so much. She's like, why are you crying? I'm like, I don't know. I've never seen my dad cry once, but I cry all the time. And then it hit me. Every generation of father gets softer and softer and softer. It means things are getting easier. My black grandfather was born in 1902 in America. Went through injustices you couldn't even imagine. My dad went through segregation, still got a PhD in nuclear physics, and had to march just to drink out of the same water fountains as everybody else. That's right. Me? I would never drink out of a fountain. That shit's disgusting.
I love my mom so much. She's amazing, but she's been trying to give me career advice, and none of it's helpful. You know, she doesn't understand that there are different levels of fame in comedy. She thinks that all comics are best friends. She'll be like, "Why don't you call Jerry Seinfeld and ask to do comedians in cars getting coffee?" And I'm like, "Mom, I can't even get a guy to jerk off to my feet." Let's lower expectations. Like, this is where my career is at. I have a foosball web series on YouTube, okay? I'm like here. When my mom heard that, she goes, "You know who I bet would love to do your YouTube show? Ellen DeGeneres." And I was like, "Oh, you bet, huh? Well, let's put some money on it, because I bet she fucking wouldn't. If I win, you have to let me back on your cell phone plan." She's always trying to find ways to get me on television. Like, when she heard I was getting divorced, she sent me a text that said, "Now that you're single, you can go on The Bachelor or Miss America." I was like, "Yeah, because marriage is what was holding me back from becoming Miss America." Pretty sure part of the qualifications include hasn't been paid in Jell-O shots to tell dick jokes. So, I don't think I'm getting in. I was talking about the foosball web series. So, my entire family and I are actually world champion foosball players. Thank you. I know it sounds made up. I swear it's real. My parents met playing in a professional foosball tournament in the 80s. So I literally wouldn't exist if it weren't for foosball. Which is sad. But you know, some of you wouldn't exist if it weren't for boxed wine. So it's like, yeah, whatever. We're all a little garbage. Let's not judge each other. It gets weirder. Not only is my dad a pro foosball player, he's also a slam poetry champion and an international yo-yo man. Yeah, my dad has the sex appeal of a fanny pack. Crushing it. And my mom is in the Foosball Hall of Fame, and they've been training me to play since I was like 2 years old. But since no one suspects that I'm a pro foosball player, I love to hustle people, right? And so I usually play against other comedians on my web series, but we did this special episode where I went undercover in Vegas and I hustled drunk dudes on the Vegas Strip. So I wore this low-cut top, I talked in the worst voice, and my camera crew and I would go up to groups of guys and I'd go,
"Hi, my name's Kelsey, and I have this web series where I do things that I've never done before for the first time. It's called Pop My Cherry." It's silly, you know. So I've never played foosball before, and we just found this table, and I was just wondering if you guys want to play me.
And every group of guys is like, hell yeah, bitch, let's go.